7 minutes gone past the hour of 5. Yes, you're still listening to 92.3 Nigeria Info. Hard facts with Kalada Kurubata is what we're having now. And this is the second, or should I say the third lap of the show. And yes, I've got a guest. I've got C A J Chinwo, who is a constitutional lawyer, former lecturer, Rivers State University. And we want to talk something very interesting today. So before I introduce my guest, or before I say hello to my guest, I'm just going to give a quick background to the conversation. Yesterday it was in the news. It was trending on social media, the video as well, where, a female judge who goes by the name Justice Azinge, who is the chairman, the State and House of Representatives Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Kano State, said that certain senior advocates were trying, or should I say trying to bribe her. In other words, a sum of 10 million naira bribes were, given to a court staff to give to the panel. So I'm guessing 10 billion each, or 10 million each for, the panelists on that tribunal. Her full name, Justice Flora Azinge, and she has said, please stop it, I'm not hungry, I'm comfortable with my life. Every day the judiciary is being battered in the media space, and yet you still have the effrontery, the guts to come and gift me money. I don't need your money. And it reminds us of a conversation that happened still this week, where billboards were destroyed containing all eyes on the election tribunal judges. What that means is people, I think we even talked about it, people have been trying to bully the presidential election petition tribunal. Can I call it that? Maybe I can. And they have been saying, hey, give us judgment now. I know you're trying to you're trying to betray the people. You're trying to deceive the people. Give us judgment now. And the federal government did act on that. And the billboards were brought down. And the people in charge of the board were asked to leave as well. And that's why I have now called a lawyer, a constitutional lawyer. And he's also part of the tribunal process. So he's got an insight into how these things work. And I'm talking about Dr. C A J Chinwo, who is also very adept and an expert in living in Nigeria. I like that part of his portfolio. Welcome on the show, Dr. C A J.
Thank you, Canada. I'm very grateful and glad to be here.
All right. So you've had my background story. You've had my introduction. Senior advocates trying to bribe a judge. First of all, what do you make of that allegation? Let's start from there. Before we get to the integrity of lawyers, what do you make of the allegation? Do you think it's something that is plausible?
Well, it is something that is possible. We all pray every day as Jesus taught us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Unfortunately, everyone in every area is working. Faces one temptation or the other. You can call it occupational hazard.
Okay.
Or occupational temptations.
Okay.
Judges do face occupational temptations as lawyers face, as teachers face, as broadcasters face. So it's one of the occupational temptations of judges that some people may get up on their house and say, maybe we can get the judge on our side and get judgment in our favor by bribing them. Judges or magistrates. So the problem is not that there was temptation. Everybody is tempted. Where it becomes a big problem is where the judge or the magistrate, judicial officer, falls into the temptation. And that is where I will commend Justice Flora Azinge that she not only maybe didn't fall to the temptation. She has come out to say, I am being tempted. Those who are tempted, don't tempt me again. Why that is very important? Ordinarily, we have said, well, everybody faces temptation. You go home, you have won. Why it's important is that when one judge or magistrate falls to that temptation, it affects the image of the entire judiciary and the entire legal profession. And that is why it becomes a challenge that I wish that she had even gone further to say, Mr. XYZ or Mrs. XYZ, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, you did this. Or maybe it's too much of a very scandalous. She should immediately put what she knows in paper and send to the National Judicial Council. Because she fails, she would have cooperated with those who are bringing the temptation and destroying the judiciary. So I think she should go to the next level and put it down. Or if she doesn't do that, NJC, which has the disciplinary control over her, should please ask her to put it down in writing so that this thing can be nipped in the bud. And then commend her for being bold enough to point it out.
All right.
So the question you ask, is it possible? It is possible. It doesn't happen, it happens. Those who are falling, yes, there are those who are falling. And there are those who have withstood it, many more have withstood it to their commendation.
Now that you've mentioned, how does this affect the integrity of the judiciary? Because the lawyers are major players, the judges are major players of the judiciary, major stakeholders, I should say. So if you've said some people have fallen, some people have not fallen, can you, in your own estimation, tell us the more? Is it the people who have fallen or the people who have been able to withstand the temptation?
No. A preponderant majority of our judges have resisted temptation. Preponderant majority. If you count me, I can say 95%. But what happens is that, you know, the power of evil, like a little oil is dropped in the water, the tide carries it all over the place. It's a very small, tiny majority, proportion of judges that are judicial officers are messing up the entire system. But unless we come out as we came out, and even a small portion of lawyers too that try to offer judges bribes, so unless they come out as she has come out, and unless we go to specifics, it might continue. But if we're able to come out plainly and put our feet down, years ago, a senior advocate of Nigeria in Osun State, the judges came out, it was in the publishing newspaper, Newsday magazine, the news magazine. And they investigated it, and the judges stood firm and said, yeah, that's what happened. And he was disciplined. He was the road for about 5 years or more as a senior advocate of Nigeria. So it happens, but a small minority, a very tiny minority, but evil is so pervasive and effective that it can destroy the reputation of the greater whole.
Bribery is a crime, correct me if I'm wrong, according to our constitutions.
Absolute crime.
So why are these lawyers, senior advocates or not, why are they not going in for it? Why is there no punitive measure?
No, that's what I'm saying. Now, it takes two to tango. And if it's temptation, I'm tempted to attempt it or attempt to bribe, the person who was tempted to come out and make complaints, and the judge write to the NJC and say, this is what has happened for the integrity of the legal profession. And so when that is done, then they will investigate. When they investigate it, that lawyer will definitely be handed over to the police or EFCC, whoever is the financial crime too. It will be done. So that's why we're saying you shouldn't end there. You shouldn't try to say, well, I've just said it, let it end here. No, it won't end there. We must escalate it until the senior advocate is deroged, the senior advocate is prosecuted and convicted, and becomes a sign for others.
Now, still staying with the integrity. A lot of Nigerians, you already know, we had a conversation once upon a time. They don't have trust for the judiciary, and not so many are concerned about the state tribunals, the state house of assemblies tribunals and all of that. Not many are interested. Many Nigerians are more interested in the presidential election petition tribunal. And as you know, for both the PDP and the Labour Party who have petitions there, their matters have been reserved, for ruling in a later date. And Nigerians are not having it. Nigerians even put up a billboard saying all eyes on the judiciary. And that's been a trend for weeks now, just to, mention their displeasure or to mention their mistrust for the judiciary. can something like this, before we even talk about inspiring, what do you make of the move by Nigerians in recent times concerning, their statements and, would I call it, attack on the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal? What would you have to say to Nigerians in that?
Well, I want to say that I really feel for the judiciary. I feel for the judiciary because, unlike any other time in history, Nigerians are intimidating the judiciary. I want the judiciary to give the right judgment, but we're intimidating the judiciary on what is happening.
Okay.
I remember of Labour Party, but those who support Labour Party cause and other position cause should please stop the intimidation of the judiciary. Because I can tell you, I've been in the profession for 36 years. There are very genuine and sincere and honest men and women of integrity in the judiciary. So we must be very careful. Very often, lawyers may not do their work well. And the layman sees that because I voted in Origwe, Unit 1, and I expect that my vote should be received. Yes, but if the judge wasn't there, if you petition the court in the court, your case should be proved. It shouldn't be a matter of mob action. So when people go and put up that billboard, if the action I don't support it because all the years, every day, our eyes on the judicial. That's why it's the hope of the common man. But to do it now is that people are not having a particular mindset. If the judicial doesn't describe it this way, then it is wrong. I don't want to believe that.
Right.
Let us be very, very careful. I am representing a party in the election period. They should pay attention to the government, House of Assembly, House of Reps, the Senate, governorship election. Because look, our lives are controlled by the state. It's the way we feel the pain and injury more. It's only those in Abuja. But in the state, in River State, we are suffering. In Abia State, every state. So we should pass it to all. But no matter what, nobody should intimidate the judiciary. We must give the judiciary the benefit of doubt. That is why there are hierarchies. If you think one court didn't do right, go to the next level. In the election petition tribunal, I also see where some lawyers will make mistakes and will come to address the president and say it is judiciary. I'm not an apologist for the judiciary, but I have to do everything I can to defend the only institution. And we even trained people a little to go and work. We didn't train to say, my fellow is was suffering for lack of training. We didn't train the politician, he goes there and does what he likes. The judiciary will train them as lawyers, we train as judges, but at least they have some background training, and there is an institutional mechanism to ensure integrity. And I'm telling you, a lot is being done, but because people go to jail when they have been wounded, and they expect that as they are crying, everyone should see it from their own perspective. It's not always so.
Alright.
While we are wishing for God to do the best, let us give you the best. So putting up that kind of banner, to me, it's not the right.
All right. I would have to pause you from now. We usually would have commercial break around this time. When we do come back, I've got a few more questions for you. Then I'll let you go back to your activities. Please. Thank you very much. Yes, just stay tuned. 5 minutes to the top of the hour, so we're going to quickly complete the conversation we're having. Remember, we're looking at the judiciary, and the background story is a judge from Kano State who, refused bribe because she was being bribed by a senior advocate, a senior lawyer, to probably change the mandate or to change the verdict as relates to electioneering matters in that state. I've got Dr. C A J Chinwo, who's a constitutional lawyer, over the phone, and we've been talking. Dr. C A J, welcome.
Thank you, Governor.
All right, so I was going to ask you another question before we went for that break, and you were talking about the bullying of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and all of that. The question is, can this judge from Kano State inspire millions of Nigerians to believe in the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal?
Yes, I think what she has done actually is an inspiration for Nigerians to know that not all judges are corrupt. And I've said it again, that it's only a tiny minority that are corrupt. And I'm not saying that there are corrupt judges, I can be quoted, but it's a minority. So this should inspire. There are many others who look at it and just overlook it and get away and take it away and then go on with their work. But it's good that they have come out, because we must begin to weed out this terrible weeds from the garden, as it were. So we must come out. It's not enough that I've been delivered from temptation and I didn't fall from the evil. I think it's high time we begin to uproot the evil things. So whether they are lawyers and they are judges or the court clerks or registrars or policemen, the time has come we should name them, shame them, and punish them. So others will learn their lessons. Nigeria should be encouraged with the steps that the President has taken to know that there are many of them who have been appearing before a tribunal, and I can assure you that I have confidence in the judges that are appearing before, because I've looked at them, I've listened to them, I've seen their proceedings. That doesn't mean they're not being tempted. I will say so. They may be tempted because some principalities and powers have been coming around there to show power, to show presence. But I believe that there are judges that can be trusted. Nobody moves them.
Right.
We have had judges who said that when they were sitting in the Supreme Court, in this country, even in military government, there will be no principalities and powers. But at the same time, there are judges who are saying that the president and governors are like the KBAC. So that's how it is with the judges. Just how it is with Nigerians. There are bold and firm Nigerians, and there are also those who are prisoners of hope, timid. They are not doing anything for us, so for survival. As we are listening to me on radio now, there are some lawyers who ask, they say, we won't talk because we don't want trouble. I'm not talking because I want trouble, but because I want that the truth and the right thing should be done. So that's the way it is. Let's not think that judges are human beings that came from the heaven and dropped here. One American judge, Justice Kano, said that the things that affect human beings do not see judges and turn back from them. Something like, I'm paraphrasing him. So we must understand that judges take them to the judge. When we pray, let's pray for the judiciary. Many churches and religious people who pray, don't remember judges, they only pray for governor and president. But these are the people that face great temptations and trials. To support them. Their wives, their children, to be prayed for, to support them. Their family members, community members should support them. Not when you see a judge appointed, you're going to tell him, give me this. Where will he get it from? Now,
the question, the last question, or the last two questions I want to ask is, in our hindsight, could we have made the proceedings public? Be it at the state, be it at the presidential level, the legislative arms. Could we have publicized or televised the proceedings? Could it have built more trust in the side of the people, on the side of the people?
They were public. I thought that they were not public. They were not televised. They were public. The courts were open. If you could go there, some people by about here we are seated. Were in the court, when they open the signal, they didn't any announce that members of the public should go out. Now the court is public. Hearing was in the open, but they didn't allow televising. And let people understand. Televising have added to some glamour and some public involvement, but It's not a reality show. This is dealing with real life, not a reality show. And again, let's understand that the things we complain about they don't happen in the open. I mean, this judge, when they heard that money was flying, it was not in the open. Nobody will give you money in the open. All of us appear and testimonials in the open. But it's behind, when the judge has gone home, people who visit the judge's family, you know, some people do the research. With this judge, which village is he from? Who is his mother? Where is his children? That's why every judge, particularly, should caution the family. Once you are becoming a judge, tell your family that I am God. Don't answer on my behalf. Don't take anything on my behalf. Don't visit anybody on my behalf. Whatever I will do it alone. That was me by being independent. Right. Whatever you do for yourself. You don't need any CRO. You don't need any welfare officer. You don't need anybody to represent you. If I'm a judge, my wife cannot represent you. She cannot represent me. My son has no right to even answer your greeting on my behalf. So that if my son will say, my daddy is independent as male. Of course, me as a lecturer, my son knew that, and everybody knew that I am on my own. Neither brother or sister, I stand on my own. But for judges, it's a certain responsibility that must be so.
Right.
So that is the challenge they have in their work. And I pray that Nigeria should understand. When we understand ourselves, maybe we'll also reduce the pressure on judges.
All right, then. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. C A J Chinwo. I've got to let you go at this point. Thank you very much for your time and for being patient. All right, then. Do have yourself a wonderful evening.
Sure.
All right. To you listening, it's time for you and I to interact. It's time for you and I to talk, chat, share opinions, and talk about the judiciary. And the judiciary has been part of the national conversation for a while now. I think we even talked about it last week. Or was it this week? I cannot remember. But hey, does this woman, does Justice Azinga, inspire confidence in you as to the workings of the judiciary, especially the petition tribunal, be the state, be the legislative arm, that's the state houses of assembly, and even the National Assembly petition tribunals, and even the presidential election petition tribunal? Does this inspire you in any way? What do you make of this Kano judge who has come out to say, hey, money is flying around, though, don't tempt me, Dr. C A J Chinwo makes it sound very funny. It sounds like, when the Christian people are praying and the devil is in the neighborhood and they're, devil, get thee behind me, get. That's how it sounds. But hey, 017-923-0002. That's the first number to call me with. The second number is 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp number 0809030616. Does this inspire any kind of confidence in the judiciary on your side, on your end? Does this also show you that there is a possibility that there are more judges who are upright than those who are downright, so to say? Is that correct way? No, but you understand what I'm trying to explain. Frank from Apache, welcome. What's on your mind, please? Yes, what's on your mind?
The judges in Nigeria, they never allow all the public to put trust in them. Look at the US, former US President Donald Trump is being tried for some electoral offenses that has passed. How many Nigerian past president can be tried in that way?
But you see, Frank, it's not the court. It's not the court that will bring the former president to come and be tried. It is the court that will entertain a petition. So it's left for the prosecutors in the country to make it work, not the judges.
So what I'm trying to say is that the Nigerian judges never allow us to have confidence in them.
Okay.
But thank God for this woman who has cried out aloud, and you will see what this woman judge will be, how she will suffer secretly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They are crying out for something that she will be wrong. And if you watch all the tribunals, there are all the no judgment is coming, and even the presidential election up to now, we are still waiting. Where they will judge. Why are they waiting so much long time?
Because they are reading the addresses by the lawyers. It's a long address, and just in case you do not know, I've got Daniel from Transamadi. Daniel, welcome on the show. Yeah, Daniel.
Canada, good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Welcome, Daniel.
It's just that your guests have left. I wanted to ask a question. Constitutionally, is it wrong, or have anybody committed crime when you write or I is on judiciary?
No, he did not say it's wrong. It said it amounts to bullying the judiciary, and I think.
For my opinion, Canada,
and I think I
don't
agree.
think anybody is intimidating judiciary. In terms of your question, do I inspire any hope? No. Because this tiny individual, as he says, may be among presidential election tribunal. May be among it, these tiny individuals. Because these same tiny individuals was among the people who bring in Akpabio, who bring in Lawan.
Now, Daniel. Now, when you say these things, I hope you know two lawyers go into a case and they argue their cases. And if the lawyer that was arguing against Akpabio and Lawan did not argue well, is the judge supposed to?
What is exactly the lawyer?
Is the judge? It's based on the arguments.
Completely contrary to the electoral law. That even me as a lawyer, I know.
So, like I said, it depends on what the law, and he said it as well. It depends on what the lawyers.
Anyway,
argue.
I don't know, but the truth is that him have confirmed that is a tiny. These tiny individuals, there are possibilities, isn't it? Since they are tiny, there are possibilities that they can turn. Even no matter how you argue, maybe your argument is fine. There are possibilities they can turn it upside down with what he said, right?
All right. So,
there are possibilities. I think there is possibilities.
So, are you saying
that this tiny individual is the reason why I personally don't have any confidence, and that is why I supported all I on judiciary. I said there is a law that I am violating because I have a T-shirt on it and I'm putting it on.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Of course, I've got Robin from HA. Robin, greetings to you. Good evening. Welcome.
Yes. Good evening, Canada.
Yeah. Good evening.
So, some persons think that judges are infallible. From 1999 till date, Canada, can you recall how many judges that have been sent to jail? But normal people go to prison every day. These people, I'm not saying they are all bad, but the history has told us that there are good ones, but within them there are bad ones who have decided to connive with the few political elites to plunge Nigeria to where we are now. You are aware that judges, they send people to jail, they bring people out. Have you followed up jail delivery exercise? Those people that they let go from the prison, that are the cause of jail go delivery or whatever they call it, find out. Most of those who are let go back to the society to commit the same thing that made them go there. So if you ask me whether I have faith, yes, I know I have one or two who are my friends, who are working in the temple of justice, but I know their character. But that does not exonerate the fact that our politicians live the boisterous life of not having care for me.
All right.
Because the judges cannot rein them, even there's a matter against them.
Could it be Robin?
A politician, you are going to court.
All right then.
He will beg you, but here, a politician who is committing a fraction, who is committing a fraction against the position, will tell you go to court.
All right.
I have no faith in them.
All right. Thank you very much. But could it be the loopholes in the law and not necessarily the judges? Are we misplacing our vexation? Actor from Ogbogoro is on the line. Let's listen to Actor. Actor, welcome. Let's talk. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome.
There is a saying, or like a question. If the legislature and the executive is corrupt, they go to the judiciary for remedy. But if the judiciary is corrupt, where do they go to? There is one question that we are yet to get answer. Now, so many things happen. There are so many things that play behind beneath the water before it flows. Then we see so many chemistry to take place before something flows on the top of the water. Now, just like a judge, a female judge, for example, whose husband is a top politician, and we know that judges are not often exposed to the public. You hardly see them in public functions. They hardly mix up with the public. But their husbands can be found in public. They can visit anywhere. You can easily see them. Now, you can, as a politician, you can discuss a matter with her husband, and her husband can take it to her in the bedroom. They can, her husband, without finish discussing this matter, they agree. She now take it to her colleague. But when these things will happen, they ask him, are you there? So that is the situation or the country or the society we found ourselves. We are fallible. We are all human beings. We are not saints. We are not angels from heaven. Though I still have faith. I believe that one day we will get it right. At least the judge that has, exposed certain things that is happening in our judiciary.
All right, Hector, thank you very much. I've got to leave you here. I've got William from Digima. Williams, quickly, we've got a commercial break coming.
Yeah, I'm William from Future Community.
All right, welcome.
In Delta.
All right, welcome.
Come on, you've read the Bible. You've read the Bible, I think it's in 1 Samuel. Where bread meant for preach, nobody eats it. But David, because of the anointing, ate it and also gave it to his followers. So I believe strongly that this time around, things will change for the good. The judiciary will do something good for Nigeria. Are you getting me?
I'm listening.
So our local parliament says, every day for the thief, one day for the owner. So this time around, the judiciary will do the right thing. They will do the needful. To put smiles on our faces.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, William. I'm going to focus on the messages now, but before I do that, I've got an announcement. So I hear that the presenters, your favorite presenters on either of our 3 stations, it could be Nigeria Info, Wazobia, or Cool FM, will be gathered at DLS Lounge Suites, which is located at number 7 Aruk Road off Obiwali Road, Rumigbo, to just have fun this weekend. So I'm wondering what you will be doing with your weekend. You can join us. I probably will be there. You can join us, have fun. If you're a football lover, we could watch some of the Premier League matches together and just bond as caller, radio presenter bond that we should be having. For the messages, this one says, good evening, Kaladakuru. I've got a commercial break actually. Let's see. Okay, that's from my last conversation. I'm sorry I didn't read your message, Dr. Karibor from Bukuma. But let's come to now. This one says, good evening, Mr. Kalada and Dr. Chinwo. Any judge who accepts bribe has a real job on his hands to give justifiable reasons for subverting the course of justice. It is there that lawyers and judicial scholars can begin to query the veracity of the reasons given by the judge or judges. What bothers me, however, is why the NJC doesn't seem to punish enough judges who give questionable judgments. And then you say, example, the spate of High Court judgments invalidating candidates of some political parties. That was brought by another political party. And I can't read all of it. There's a commercial break. When I come back, I read some more. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Boring Goodies Summer Sales Flash.